This is the year that I write my book. Hi guys, if you're new here, and I bet you are because I only have as many subscribers as there are days in the year. My name is Andrea Logan, and I live in Michigan with my husband and our tiny little cute dog. I've never been one to make true New Year's resolutions, and I'm still not. But there is something about the absolute roller coaster of a year that I experienced in 2025 that makes me say, c'est la vie and good riddance. The new year has brought inspiration to the nagging feeling in the back of my brain to write a memoir. The nagging has only gotten stronger, and after the emotional ups and downs of the past year, I am more determined than ever to put my own published book on this shelf behind me. I have attempted to start this process before, making notes on various apps and devices, but nothing ever truly came together because my determination was not focused. Rather, I lacked true determination. For a couple of days, I've been scribbling on my Kindle Scribe various topics that I want to write about and planning out how to talk about them in my head. Today, I downloaded Scrivener to begin putting those thoughts into a cohesive application that will house my work. Rather than being remorseful about not downloading it in the past, despite knowing about it for many years, I am rejoicing that I finally have the motivation and inspiration and possibly the focused determination to begin this project by simply downloading software that will aid the process. Truthfully, about a week ago, I realized how bored I was of trying to find new videos to watch on YouTube. Within the past couple of months, I had found a few new channels and binged every single one of their videos and was not feeling up to trying any more new channels. And the same old videos kept being recommended on my homepage that I still had no interest in. It was then that I realized it was time to stop absorbing other people's ideas and finally create the thing that has been eating me alive for several years. I had even joined a creative collective a few years back led by a life coach who did truly help me understand some of the process of creating. The group that was brought together was filled with painters, writers, graphic artists, storytellers, candle makers, and videographers. While it did take a big chunk of my money and ended up feeling more like a sales pitch at the end of the few months, there were benefits to it. And many of the people in the collective still talk and have even assembled in person. I always felt like an imposter in the group and clearly did not have the determination necessary to fulfill my dream of being an author. While part of the creative collective, I did embark on a writing test. I tasked myself with writing at least 100 words to publish on my website every day for 100 days, and I completed it. Even when I had to drive from camp to find cell service to publish, I did it. And I rewarded myself with a bracelet inscribed with 100 days and remember this feeling. But the task seemed daunting some days, most days if I'm being honest, because I had to write for my silly website that no one visited. I did not push myself to write anything else. It became this cloud that hung over my head with all the other storm clouds. Despite making a book cover, complete with author's biography and attention-grabbing description, I never filled the cover with anything other than an old copy of Catcher in the Rye. It feels like I've been compiling this book in my head for several years now. Occasionally I will develop this wonderful prose about some topic as silly as why I collect Tamagotchis, but I never grab a keyboard or paper to jot it down. That ends now. This is happening. 2026 is going to be the year I write and publish my first book. What am I going to write about? Well, I have been through many bizarre and tragic things in my life. For starters, I had a mother who threatened to kill herself, if not both of us, repeatedly throughout my adolescence. I lived through a robbery at a job when I was 21, in which I was dragged around by my hair with a gun to my head. My grandmother evicted my mother and I when I was 14, only to be saved by the aunt who has rescued me from many other situations. I discovered in my mid-30s that I have ulcerative colitis, and I absolutely traumatized my now husband and two of our friends in the process. It hasn't been all bad, of course. There have been as many ups as downs. I have learned foreign languages and traveled to the other side of the globe on my own. I went back to college at 30 because I wanted to prove myself that I could get a bachelor's. Spoiler, I did it. I have worked many various types of jobs, which have given me great friends and stories about how to get fired or how to walk away when necessary. All of these experiences have developed the person I am today. and I am no angel. This will be a tell-all, my way of repenting for some of the bad decisions I made along the way. And there were plenty. I plan to occasionally document here the status of my writing, how the tools I use have helped or hindered the process, and to hold myself accountable. You might say, but Andrea, didn't this not work last year when you tried to document a weight loss journey? Shut up and go brush your teeth. Well, yes, indeed, I did attempt to force myself into something I was not ready to do by putting it out there on the internet. This is one type of foible I am guilty of. See, I admit my faults, and there are many to be written about, trust me. I was not ready to take on an exercise routine, nor was my heart in the right place when it came to the dedication needed for it. But I am more than ready for this. Hopefully, it goes to show in the simple fact that I have written over 1,000 words just for this script alone, some of which might get turned into an introduction for my book. I have the tools, I have the know-how, and now I have the determination. If you like these kinds of videos, like the video. If you want to follow me on this path to my first book, subscribe. Thank you, and I will see you soon.